Hi, everybody. Welcome to Eating Peace this week. Good to see you all. So lovely to be here on YouTube, just directly straight up on YouTube. Just in case you're not aware, sometimes people ask me to do the work or comment on a certain thought or a belief or mindset right inside our free Facebook group. So you're welcome to come there. And some of those are shared right here. So a recent thought that somebody inside the Facebook group, Eating Peace Facebook group, was, how do I stop in the middle of a binge? I've got the belief I cannot stop in the middle of a binge. Now, it's very interesting. So I did the work on that and spoke to that right there inside the Facebook group. What's interesting is people had comments about not only being able to not stop in the middle of a binge, where there's a lot of momentum underway, it seems, but also other places where we feel like we can't stop. I can't stop when I'm almost done with my food because it's very delicious. I worked hard to cook it, or I ordered it and it's very tasty. It won't be good ever like this again. This was my chance to be eating it, and I'm full, but there's only a little bit more. So why not just go ahead and add it in? Can't stop here. I would have to throw it away. It would go to waste. It would be no longer good. So just simply noticing that awareness of this thought that for so many reasons we can't stop, we think. I love noticing the identity of the one who can't stop. The one who can't stop thinking about food. I can't stop thinking about food. I can't stop being obsessed about food. I can't get over this. I can't start being a peaceful person when it comes to food and eating. I can't stop. I can't stop thinking. What happens when we believe that? First of all, the assumption is that that is absolutely true. But what happens when we believe, oh, look, I can't stop something for whatever reason? When we believe it, it just feels like we're a victim of this power called thinking or feeling or eating, especially when something's very pleasurable. Can't stop it. I'm going to have to suffer if I do. And something in us is small, and that thing that's running is big. It's bigger than the thing that could stop. I love noticing when we ask the question 4 in the work of Byron Katie, who would you be without the story that you can't stop? You are unable, incapable. Who would you be without this identity? I love the word identity. I'm not fantastic at the etymology of words, but I think it's quite interesting. I do have an etymology dictionary. We can look up some things. And here's what's interesting. Identity, very old word, Latin word. So other words besides English have this inside of them. And identity, identify, some of the initial words, the initial pieces of that word mean oneness, sameness, over and over again, the same. And I love that TY often means multiplied. Like, so we say 20 is multiplied by 10, by tens and tens of hundreds. So 20, 30, 3 times tens, 40, lots. And identity, the same center of the self. Maybe even there's an id in there too from Freudian work, but this center thing that's the same over and over, multiplied by 10, which is funny because it's like we have the same repetitive beliefs over and over. And the one that says I can't stop is so common. And what do you do when you believe that's my identity, that I can't stop? I am the one who can't stop. I can't stop eating. I can't stop being weird with food. I can't stop starving myself. I can't stop thinking this way. I can't stop. I can't stop. You kind of reinforce it. You find your proof for why you can't. So, turnarounds to this, which are so powerful. We always do the turnarounds at the end of questioning our thoughts, like looking at this. First of all, in that question 4, who is watching? Some part of us is able to see through different eyes. It's like if we took off the glasses of the one that says, I can't stop, and just look. And as I was saying in the Facebook group, if suddenly there was an earthquake and you had to run out of your house, you'd stop. So I know that's just a threat to survival. If there's a greater threat to survival, then you'll stop. But it shows that you're capable of doing that. You're able to stop. So what's the real thought that's running here is I won't. And many of us, when we say that, well, yeah, I'm such a horrible person, so terrible, such a mess, I do it wrong. But without doing that, because noticing now I'm at war, when I believe I can't stop, I get all kinds of strategies in place. I start to think about how to go to war with this thought that I can't stop. I won't stop. I'm going to go to war with myself. Why not? Why won't you? You should. I'm going to make myself. If we're not at war and we are looking at these turnarounds at the same time, holding it all with great compassion, really deep compassion for this one that apparently won't stop. I love that. I won't stop. It can be softer then to be able to, then you can ask, why not? I wonder why not? Why won't I stop? Do I hate stopping so much? Do I feel like it's so threatening, like actually unsafe to have the experience of stopping? I won't stop. My thinking can't stop saying it, like the identity, that sameness over and over again, multiplied by 10, over and over. This something that I'm identifying. I am the one who over and over again can't stop. If I don't have that as my identity, I can stop. Can't stop my thinking. Can't stop being a one who needs to eat. Can't stop exploring about food and eating, understanding the place of it in my heart and body and mind. Stopping can't me. Like, who's the I that's saying I can't stop anyway? And I think, why not give it a try? That's my invitation. Why not give it a shot of just seeing what happens if you stopped? And you don't even have to tell yourself that you need to stop forever. You can stop for literally 60 seconds. See what would happen if you do stop for 60 seconds and just set it down. Set down the thought that you can't stop. Set down the fight just for a moment. Take a deep breath. I remember having that feeling like I'm watching myself and I believe, like I'm eating in a panic. I believe I can't stop. And I thought, no, yes, I can. I could just walk away right now. Just walk away from this. Even if the thought's screaming, and sit on the couch for a moment. And it was just to find out it's okay if you go back and decide to keep going. But just to find out was like the most amazing and interesting relief, and the mind moved towards other things it was interested in inquiring into. The food got less interesting, less and less interesting. And good to feed yourself so that you are very well nourished and supported, and you're not taking food away from yourself all the time, which is also another reason why we can't stop, because we've been forcing ourselves to stop too quickly. So that's another good reason. So you find out your reasons. There's different ones going on at different times with this I can't stop thing. And I like noticing it isn't true. You actually already do stop all the time. You go to sleep at night. Your mind even stops. That mind that you think you can't stop, which is true. You're not really in charge of it. It's just happening. nevertheless does stop, because sometimes you go to sleep and sometimes you find yourself thinking about something else, not food, not dieting, not losing weight. So, and those things become very interesting. So just see, test it out. Give yourself 5 minutes to sit still and look at the thought, I can't stop, with your eyes closed. Who would you be without that story? And finding the turnarounds, which are always equal and opposite, just as worthy of giving attention to as the original thought in this world of duality. I can stop. I can stop eating. And I can't stop thinking. And don't try to make yourself stop thinking. And it might just pass. So let me know how it goes. All right. Lots of love, everybody.